Good morning, my dear student. I welcome you all in digital learning class of mathematics. As you all know, in previous classes we discussed about rational number and its type. Today we are going to discuss about irrational numbers. So what are irrational numbers? That we need to discuss first. Real number is divided into rational and irrational numbers. Irrational number concept was developed by the Greek mathematicians, and they are follower of great mathematician and astronaut Pythagoras. And first ever irrational number discovered was under root 2. According to them, irrational numbers are the numbers which we cannot written in the form of p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0. Or in other way you can say a number is said to be irrational if it cannot be written in the form of p upon q, where p and q are integers and q is not equals to 0. For example, under root 2, under root 5, 0.01001100001111, comma 5. These are some common example of irrational numbers. This is the old concept of irrational number. Let's move toward new concept of irrational numbers. So now, new concept, a number whose decimal expression is non-terminating and non-reoccurring is irrational. So here here you have two new words. One is non-terminating, one is non-reoccurring. To understand these two words, I have here three cases. Case number 1, 1 upon 5. 1 upon 5 means I need to divide 1 by 5. First I need to put decimal. You can see in case number 1, so it become 10, 5 to the 10. So 10 is cancelled by 10, so it is terminating. So identification of terminating decimal means whenever you are dividing, after dividing if your remainder is coming 0, so that is terminating. So case 2, 1 upon 3. When we are dividing 1 by 3, then we need to put once again decimal, it become 10, 3 3 are 9, and once again 1 is a remainder. In this way, if you are taking so many steps, the answer remains similar. That means 0.333 will come. In this way, we are not able to find out the remainder equals to 0. If remainder is not equals to 0, that means it is non-terminating. And if answer is, it include one more case, answer is coming 333 regularly, so it is reoccurring. Reoccurring means same answer is coming once again and again and again. So let's take the third case, pi. You all know the value of pi is 22 upon 7. So let's start dividing pi by pi. 7 we need to write outside and 22 inside. So let's start. 7 3 is 21, 1 left, you can put a decimal, so it become 10. 7 1 is 7, now 3 left, once again you can take one more 0, 7 4 is 28, then 2 remainder left, once again 7 2 is 14, 6 left. In this way you keep dividing this and you will get different numbers. So here we have two cases. Here remainder is not coming to 0, so it is non-terminating. Second case, non-reoccurring means whatever the answer is coming after division, they are different. You can see first is 3, after decimal 1, 4, 2, different numbers are coming. So in this way, whenever you are talking about non-terming and non-reoccurring, that means remainder is not equals to 0 and whatever the answer you are getting, that is all time different. So let's move toward exercise 1.2. I hope it is very clear to you what are the irrational numbers. So let's start the exercise 1.2. First is your true false statement. First statement is every irrational number is a real number. So every irrational number is a real number. Statement is true because real number is a combination of rational number as well as irrational numbers. Second, every point on a number line is in the form of under root m, where under root m is a natural number. So you all know natural numbers start from 1 onward, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and so on. So if you are taking any natural number downside of a square root, so it become under root 1, under root 2, under root 3, under root 4, under root 5. So this statement is false. You can see here, for example, between under root 2 and under root 3, they are infinitely many numbers. These cannot be represented in the form of under root m, where m is a natural number. So last statement left, that is every real number is an irrational. So statement is false because real number contain rational and irrational numbers both. So last statement is your false, that is all rational numbers are also real numbers. Hope so you are able to understand this true and false. So let's move toward question number 2. So your question number 2 is, are the square roots of all positive integers irrational? Two word is used here, one is integer, one is irrational. Integers means, positive integers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on. Then if not, give an example of square root of a number that is a rational number. So you can see here, when we are taking square root of many number like under root 1, under root 2, under root 3, under root 4, under root 5, under root 6, in this way you are taking square root of all number. Then at under root 4, under root 4 is 2. Similarly, under root 9, you all know under root 9 is equals to 3, under root 25 is equals to 5, and all these number are rational. So we can write square root of positive integers are not irrational. For example, under root 4 is equals to 2, which is a rational number. So the last is question number 3. So that under root 5 can be represented on a number line. How we can represent under root 5 on a number line? You might be thinking it is not possible under root 5, how to represent under root 5 in a number line? So my dear student, to 5 under root 5 you need to apply here Pythagoras theorem. Without applying Pythagoras theorem, it is difficult to represent directly under root 5 on number line. So let's see how to write this solution. To represent under root 5 on a number line, we take a length of 2 unit from 0 on the number line in a positive direction. That means you need to move from 0 onward, 0 to 1, then up to 2. Up to 2 you need to draw a line, then a line in a positive direction, 1 unit perpendicular distance to it. After reaching 2 you need to go 1 centimeter upside, then join the point origin and 1. After joining you need to take divider. With the help of divider you need to take the equal distance as it is given in the figure under root 5 and cut it on the number line. That is your answer under root 5. You can see downside of figure I have calculated how under root 5 came. Hope so you are able to understand this question. Thank you so much.